extra early this morning. I got the baby monitor because the boys are still asleep. And I gotta get started on milking because we have to leave early this morning. Well, early for us. And head to downtown Noonan because I'm gonna be on a radio show. That's right. So yeah, we have been asked to be the guest on a radio show. It's an hour long and it's about health, happiness, and harmony in our area. So it is going to be fun.
I haven't showered in like 48 hours.
I'm recording.
Oh God.
I'm here at Leaf and Bean with my daughter Vivian. She's gonna watch the boys. They're already getting into the toys. This is a really nice, very cool coffee shop in downtown Noonan. If you've never been, you should come. Comfy, cozy sitting area and play toys for the kids. Very comfortable atmosphere. And now we wait for Dr. Louie. All right, we are here and I'm getting ready to go on air, y'all. But Louie and Ryan both say that I'm nervous. I'm not nervous.
Hey, we should have got Ryan to call in. Her husband's like an actor.
You want to feel rested, relax, and have peace of mind, body, and soul. If you do, tune into
He's played during the week to promote his show.
Meet your host, Dr. Louis Boynton. We'll be having friends each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon on WQEE 99 Rock the Key. Learn how to open your mind.
Today we're going to be talking about something that a lot of people are thinking about during the spring, which is how to start and grow your own garden. Now, this is a show about health, happiness, and harmony, so this is within all three of the categories pretty much. So we have asked a special guest today, Rose Duncan, who is a longtime farmer. Rose, are you a master gardener?
Yes.
And a master gardener, formerly working at Callaway Gardens. Didn't you work in the butterfly area? She worked in the butterfly area and also at the
farmhouse at Serenby.
The farmhouse garden at Serenby. This was a garden that was grown organically to provide food for the chef on staff at the time. Rose now is a homesteader currently, and she is the founder, originator, CEO, treasurer, secretary, staff, and author of Wholesome Roots Farm. It's located in Noonan, Georgia. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, Rose. So we're just going to let you talk a little bit about yourself and sort of introduce how you got into gardening and why you feel that it's important to grow your own food.
All right. Well, that's a loaded question because there's lots and lots of...
Like loaded baked potato?
Yes. Covered in sour cream and bacon, baby.
Awesome.
But anyway,
you can grow all that, can't you?
For the most part, yes. I do have a tendency to make sour cream every once in a while too. So we do have dairy goats, and that's one of the things that we do in addition to gardening. But how this all started was in my youth. My parents grew up with a homestead of our own. We had goats, chickens, geese, pigs, gardens galore, and I grew up with all of that. And as I grew up, I didn't really know that I appreciated it as much as I did until I moved away. Was it kind of like a hassle when you were a kid? Just sort of like, gotta go out in the garden and pick up rotten vegetables. Yes, yes. I mean, the two chores that I really liked was when it was my turn to pick raspberries or to pick cherry tomatoes, and I would just sit there and eat them all. Really? But as I got older and I moved away from home when I was 17, I grew up in Massachusetts, and when I was 17, I moved away from home to Arizona, and I had a tiny apartment with a tiny patio, and I had that entire patio full of vegetables and herbs because I didn't know what to do. When I went to the grocery store and bought tomatoes, I thought, what is this garbage? This is not a tomato. This isn't what tomatoes taste like. It didn't taste right because I had grown up with all the homegrown goodness. Right, and normal store-bought tomatoes are picked like not right, and they're put in boxes, and
they sort of self-ripen, correct?
Right, right, and they're gritty and tasteless and have no flavor. They've been bred to be shelf stable, so they no longer have that flavor that you get in an heirloom homegrown tomato.
You save seeds from your heirloom plants, and heirlooms are really good. Now, well, this is a hard question, but how would you suggest for people, like it's spring now, how would you suggest for people to get started in gardening? And, you know, how did you start your garden this year? I mean,
well, it depends on what your space is and where you have to grow in. If you have a raised bed garden that you can set up in your backyard, that is my ideal first #1 choice.
For beginning gardeners, like
yes.
If they want to learn how to garden, the best way is to get a raised bed.
Yes, and they're very easy to construct yourself, even with salvaged materials like pallets. It's not necessarily something that you have to invest a lot to in. You can
don't
start
have to get the $110 kit, cedar wood kit at Home Depot, right?
Right,
you get a
right.
free pallet and build it in your backyard.
Exactly, and you do want to make sure if you're going to use pallet wood that you use the heat-treated pallet and not the chemical-treated pallet, because you don't want those chemicals in your garden. Right. That's the whole reason for growing stuff at home, is to keep it chemical-free, and the pesticides and everything and some of the wood can be kind of nasty, so you don't want that in your garden.
Right. Now, I know some gardeners say they like to grow organic, but is there a way to really grow fully organic, or is it mostly like part organic? Do you have to use different kind of chemical fertilizers? Can you use different things for pesticides? Can you talk about that? You
absolutely can grow 100% organic. I actually know a few gardeners who grow beyond organic, and what I mean by beyond organic is they don't even use organic pesticides. They completely take care of their garden by hand. So that means picking off caterpillars off of your cabbage leaves with your hands and smushing them, and spraying with a hard spray with water to get the aphids off of your tomato plants. So these mechanical means of pest control are very effective if you have a small garden, especially.
Like a box garden, right?
Exactly. Okay. So then,
but if you had like 10 acres, that would be like really hard to do.
It would be extremely difficult. You'd have to have a lot of volunteers.
or if you're obsessive compulsive and will pace the garden all day long.
This is true. It can be fun to walk up and down those rows of vegetables, that's for sure. I actually really enjoy, one of my favorite things is monitoring my garden and walking through the garden. I like to go out in the morning with my cup of coffee, if possible. I do have 2 little kids, so it's not always an option, but when I can.
So you garden in a lot of different ways.
I do.
You grow kids too.
I grow kids, goats, chickens, plants. Right. And it is time now to start planting your summer vegetables. Right. So for the summer, summer vegetables that are good to start planting now and get in the garden is your tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, squash, cucumbers, green beans, okra, corn, if you have space for large items like that. Pumpkins and melons and stuff, those are good if you have a big space where they can trail, because they do take up a lot of space with their vines. Hello! Welcome to Not Wholesome Roots. I was just realizing that I have very little video from today because of the radio show I was on earlier and the fact that I came to my friend's house straight after. So I'm at my friend's house and we've just had dinner and it was amazing, and I had to come out here to give some love to these adorable babies. These are her Kune Kune pigs. They're nibbling on my toes. What are you doing? They are super, super friendly and sweet and adorable, and I love them. And I love them, love them, love them. They're so cute. 2 of them, this one and that one, have some American guinea hog in them, but they are primarily Kune Kune. The other ones are pure Kune Kune, and this one right here is Mama, I think. Yeah, I think this one's Mama. Hey Mama, can I see your belly? See that big belly? She is getting large. Oh yes, I'll roll over for belly scratches. She is a large mama. So she is going to have babies. We do not know the due date, but she feels pretty big and tight. Could be soon. Pigs are pregnant. Their gestation is 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. So we'll see. They will be available soon, and I cannot wait, even though I am not allowed to take any home because Ryan won't let me. You guys should message and tell Ryan to let me. They're adorable. She's trying to eat my toes. You can't eat my toes. You just want love. You just want love. They are super cute. I love them. Look at that. Cute pugs. So for those of you that don't already know, I've mentioned my friend Martha before. She's going to be getting 2 of the Alpine bucklings. So we are really excited that they get to come to this awesome home. And it's actually funny because the Alpines that I got came from the same woman who Martha got these pigs from. So they're like related kinda. So it'll be like a reunited thing, even though these babies weren't born over at the other farm. But yeah, super cool. Thank you for watching Wholesome Roots. I hope you liked, share, and please subscribe to our channel. And we'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots.